If you're a senior on Social Security, there's an August update you cannot afford to miss. This month, certain retirees could be looking at $5,108 coming in, while others won't see a cent. The difference between the two? It comes down to specific rules, payment histories, and eligibility criteria that most people don't even know about. And I'm going to break it all down for you, step by step. Before we dive in, quickly hit that like button, subscribe, and in the comments, tell me how long you've been receiving Social Security. I read every single one, and your stories help shape these updates. Part 1. What's happening in August? This month, the Social Security Administration is paying out benefits according to its August 2025 schedule. And for a select group of retirees, those deposits will be as high as $5,108. Let's clear something up. This isn't a surprise bonus or a one-off government gift. That number represents the maximum possible monthly retirement benefit you can receive under current law. If you're not already in that top bracket, nothing about August magically bumps you up there. So why is August making headlines? There are a few reasons. Cost of living adjustment, COLA. Earlier this year, all benefits increased slightly due to the annual COLA. If you were already near the maximum in 2024, that adjustment may have nudged you past $5,100 for the first time in 2025. Mid-year payment visibility. Many retirees don't compare their monthly deposits month to month. It's only when articles and videos like this one start circulating that they notice certain people are getting much larger payments than others, and they want to know why. Confusion over extra payments. There's a common myth floating around that the government occasionally hands out extra thank you checks to seniors. That's not how it works. Social Security is calculated using a strict formula based on your earnings history, retirement age, and the type of benefits you're receiving. Now, here's the important point. The $5,108 figure isn't random. It's the result of decades of paying the maximum taxable Social Security wages, delaying your retirement claim until age 70, and avoiding any deductions or offsets. Part 2. Who qualifies for the $5,108? To be in the $5,108 a month club, you need to tick some very specific boxes, and they're not easy to hit. 1. Delay retirement until age 70. The SSA rewards people who wait to claim benefits past their full retirement age, FRA. For every month you delay past FRA, you earn delayed retirement credits, which can boost your monthly payment by up to 8% per year, capped at age 70. Example, if your FRA is 67 and you claim at 70, that's 3 extra years of credits, roughly a 24% increase in your monthly benefit for life. Legal note, once you hit 70, the credits stop, so there's no benefit to waiting longer. 2. Maximize your earnings history. The SSA looks at your highest 35 years of earnings, adjusted for inflation, to calculate your average indexed monthly earnings, AIME. If you had many years below the maximum taxable income, your benefit won't come close to $5,108. For 2025, the maximum taxable income is $171,600. Hitting that cap every year for decades is rare, but that's what it takes to max out benefits. Example, if you had a few low-earning years early in your career, working extra years at high income later on can replace those in the calculation and increase your benefit. 3. Avoid benefit reductions. Certain situations reduce your monthly payment, even if you technically qualified for more. Claiming early as 62, locks you into a permanent reduction. Receiving a pension from non-covered work may trigger the windfall elimination provision, WEP, lowering your benefit. Taking spousal or survivor benefits instead of your own can also keep you under the max. It's important to understand that very few retirees hit the maximum benefit. According to SSA data, it's less than 2% of all beneficiaries. The rest of us are somewhere along a very wide spectrum. Part 3. Who won't see the increase? Now, let's be honest, for most seniors, that $5,108 number is completely out of reach. And here's why. 1. You claimed too early. If you filed before your FRA, your benefits were permanently reduced. For example, if your FRA is 67 and you started at 62, you've locked in a 30% reduction for life. No COLA, no policy change, no future update can erase that. 2. Your earnings record was too low. If you had long stretches of part-time work, self-employment with minimal reported income, or years where you didn't work at all, those 0 years pull down your average. Even with good earnings later in life, you can't match decades of maximum contributions. 3. You're impacted by the windfall elimination provision. This law reduces Social Security benefits for people who worked in jobs that didn't pay into Social Security, but also qualified for a pension from that job. It's a rude surprise for many public sector workers and teachers. 4. Medicare premium deductions. Even if your gross benefit was higher, your net deposit could be much lower if Medicare Part B or Part D premiums are deducted automatically. 5. COLA doesn't close the gap. One of the most common misunderstandings I hear from clients is, well, if I keep getting cost of living increases, won't I eventually catch up to the maximum? The answer is no. COLA is applied as a percentage of your current benefit. If your base is smaller, your increase will always be smaller too. The bottom line, the system is designed so that only those who worked at high earnings for decades and delayed claiming to the very last moment reach the $5,108 mark. Everyone else sees proportional adjustments based on their individual history. Part 4. The payment schedule for August. One of the most common questions I get as an attorney when I talk to seniors about Social Security is, why do my friends get paid on a different day than me? It comes down to how the SSA staggers payments. This isn't random. It's a system designed to spread out the workload at the Social Security Administration and the bank's processing deposits. Here's how it works in August 2025. If your birthday is between the 1st and 10th of the month, you'll be paid on the second Wednesday, which this year is August 13th. If your birthday falls between the 11th and 20th, you'll be paid on the third Wednesday, August 20th. If your birthday is between the 21st and 31st, your payment date is the fourth Wednesday, August 27th. Now, there are some exceptions that can cause confusion. If you've been receiving benefits since before May 1997, you're likely paid on the third of the month, regardless of your birthday. If you receive Supplemental Security Income, SSI, only, you're usually paid on the first of the month, unless that falls on a weekend or holiday, in which case it's moved to the nearest business day before. If you receive both SSI and Social Security, you'll often see 2 deposits each month, one at the start of the month for SSI and one mid-month for Social Security. Here's why understanding this matters. If you're budgeting tightly, knowing exactly when your money will hit your account prevents overdraft fees, late bill payments, and unnecessary financial stress. If your payment is late, you'll know instantly whether it's just a matter of the date or if something's gone wrong, such as a bank account change, an SSA administrative error, or even suspected identity theft. I've represented clients who went an entire month without reporting a missing deposit because they assumed their payment date had shifted. The result? More paperwork, longer waits, and a lot of unnecessary hardship. Mark your payment date on the calendar every month, and if it doesn't arrive, call the SSA immediately. Part 5. How to maximize your benefits. Even if you're nowhere near the $5,108 maximum, there are legal and strategic steps you can take to increase your monthly benefit, both now and in the future. 1. Work longer if you can. The SSA calculates benefits based on your highest 35 years of earnings. If you don't have 35 years of reported income, every missing year counts as a 0 dragging down your average. Example, I had a client who stopped working at 58, thinking her benefit was locked in. When she returned to work for just 3 more years at a higher salary, her final benefit increased by over $200 a month for life. That's more than $2,400 a year. 2. Delay claiming beyond full retirement age. If your health and finances allow, waiting even 1 extra year can make a significant difference. Remember, delaying after FRA earns you roughly 8% more per year until age 70. If you're married, a higher benefit also means a higher survivor benefit for your spouse. 3. Check your earnings record for mistakes. This is one of the most overlooked areas. The SSA relies on accurate wage reporting from your employers, but mistakes happen. Names are misspelled, social security numbers are entered incorrectly, or income is reported under the wrong tax year. I once worked with a retiree who discovered that one of her highest earning years, over $80,000, had been completely missing from her record. Correcting that error boosted her benefit by nearly $100 a month. 4. Understand the impact of other income. If you're still working while collecting Social Security before FRA, the earnings test may temporarily withhold some benefits. Many seniors panic when this happens, thinking the money is gone forever. In reality, it's credited back into your benefits later, but only if you understand how and when to claim. 5. Coordinate with spousal benefits. If you're married, widowed, or divorced after a marriage lasting at least 10 years, you may have options for spousal or survivor benefits that could be higher than your own. The key is knowing when to switch and whether delaying one claim can increase the other. The main takeaway? Social Security isn't set and forget. You can and should treat it as a moving puzzle where the right moves can pay off for decades. Part 6. What to do if you think you're missing money. Let's say your August payment hits and it's hundreds less than you expected, or you suspect you should be getting more every month. Here's what to do step by step. Step 1. Check your bank account history. Make sure the deposit didn't arrive on a different date than usual. Remember, federal holidays and weekends can shift payment dates slightly. Step 2. Log into your My Social Security account. This online portal is one of the most important tools you have. It shows your payment amounts, your annual statement, and your full earnings record. If you don't have an account, set it up immediately. It's also your best defense against benefit fraud. Step 3. Compare your earnings record to your tax returns. If you spot a missing year or an income amount that's too low, you can request a correction by providing proof, such as W-2s or tax forms. Legal note, you typically have a time limit for corrections, so don't delay. Step 4. Contact the SSA directly. Call their main line or visit a local office. Be ready with your Social Security number, birth certificate, and any relevant documents. Keep a written record of the date, time, and the name of the person you spoke to. This can be crucial if you need to escalate. Step 5. If necessary, file an appeal. If you believe your benefit was miscalculated and the SSA denies your request for a correction, you have the right to appeal. As a lawyer, I've seen many cases where persistence paid off, but it's a process that requires patience and documentation. Finally, act quickly. The longer you wait, the harder it is to recover missing funds, and the smaller your chances of having past months recalculated.